Hello viewers and welcome to part 6 of my Forza Horizon videos. I know it's been a delay of a couple of weeks since the last one. I have been working very hard on content every single day, but obviously the video channel doesn't always show everything I've been working on. So we'll have a continuation where we were. Obviously I've won a lot of different races. I've gone around winning them all since the last video just to move up to the next wristband. I'm sure many of you did this within the first night of playing it. Unfortunately, as I say, for me it does take a while to make the videos, process them and get them online. My upload speed is terrible at the moment. I tried to play Halo recently, it was impossible until I get a new broadband provider. So in the meantime, I'm going to be struggling to get videos online till we get that sorted. Either way though, I've decided to take the time out and give you guys another 30-minute video, give or take. And so now we're driving back.
Another barn find. Check your map.
Driving back to find my next barn find car. I'm just going to look at the map now. Let's check the route. And the new barn find is there. So we will be finding a new barn later in the video. I have taken the decision to purchase the treasure map. It does save a lot of bother. So you will see lots of additional dots and bits and pieces on the map on the video. Look at that view. I love the views in this game. Absolutely glorious. You can see for miles. Fantastic. It really is. And I'd really like to know, obviously you've all had it for a couple of weeks now. How are you all finding the game? You know, it's one thing me having the game and playing it and giving you guys some feedback, but generally speaking, you know, it's observational. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking as well and how you're finding it online as well. I haven't played much online, mainly because I just don't have the time. If you're going to do circuit races, some of the modes I've had difficulty finding people online. There's much fewer people than I was expecting. Some circuit modes, they're very quirky, unusual circuits, and if you don't know it very well then you're just going to get beaten basically. So you need to know your car and restrictions well. It's always nice to play with friends though, that's what it's all about. Grow the friends list, meet lots of people. I do receive quite a lot of friends requests, it has to be said, and I haven't managed to accept all of them. I'm looking at ways in which in the new year in which I could handle that, you know, because I do get, you know, 20-30 friends requests a day, and you know, I'm going to try managing that, but that's all going to be done via the forum, so something I'll work on in the new year. Let's take a look at my barn find. As that loads up my Beamer, and then after this we will be going to have a look at the other barn find as well, find that.
Isn't she beautiful? Looks like she could almost fly. Now you look after this piece of BMW history. I don't want to see even a scratch.
Not a scratch. Glorious graphics here. I just thought I'd rotate around the car. You know, I never cease to be impressed with the detail of these car models. They really are staggeringly good. And, you know, just an indication of the future of gaming. I mean, where's it going? What's the next Xbox going to be capable of? You know, really is going to be mind-blowing. Yes, so I'll use this car for free roam now. See how it handles. What it's capable of in terms of speed. See how stable it is. Generally speaking, you know, when you're doing the free roam mode, you do want to just, well, cruise. You want a nice stable car. I tend to always just put my foot down because there's no real consequence. So I'm thinking about the market. No, I won't go in there right now. Car club. We're looking there now. What we're going to look at? Am I going to go into the garage yet? No, I won't at the moment. I will come back to that. I'll come back to that later. Instead, I'll do something else. I can't remember what I did. Oh yes, let's pop in here, get my new wristband.
Done. This blue wristband means you're really proving yourself at the festival. Keep going.
Now I was quite surprised though not to have another video clip. I thought there was going to be a bit more storyline. Surprised that obviously we've got as far as we have and there hasn't been much more in the way of video, but there are the new blue wristband events all appearing on the map. It just shows how massive it's going to be. Actually, it doesn't take that long, you know, each wristband, if you like, is a day's play. If I wasn't making the videos and having to play lots of other games, I could probably get through it all pretty quickly, but I have such limited time. So now I'm going to go and find this new barn for you guys. If you haven't found these barns, I'll be putting all these video clips together in the end, so we'll have one big barn find video. A little cruise, little look around in my BMW, and I completely missed my turn off because I wasn't looking. So let's take the route. Oh, there's lunatic crashes into me. There are lunatics in this section. Next time we go to an auto show, be aware of it. Just having a look around the car. You can't look up and down. Lovely detail. And so on we go. A nice cruise. Nothing too ridiculous at the moment. I'm just taking it easy. You know, I still have to play this game with a wheel at some point. I haven't actually played with a wheel since getting hold of it. It's been much quicker for me just to make these videos with the pad. Though it is a shame that we can't play the music, because the music does add greatly to the experience of the game.
In 200 meters, turn right.
So it's been a quiet couple of weeks on the channel. There are lots and lots of videos that are in production. There's several. We had about 10 videos which were supposed to be due up over the last week or so, which haven't. We're still trying to work out if we can show that stuff for you guys. Sometimes we need permission from the rights holders, so it does take time. We've got some Forza here, and obviously Need for Speed has just arrived this week, a couple of weeks after launch, but we finally got it. It's a shame we weren't able to get it a bit earlier to show you guys some of that. Again, I'll be asking for your feedback on that. It's always handy, and remember, a lot of developers do watch these videos. They are watching them, you know, so they are taking note of things that you would like to see improved.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Nice cruise. The car lost a lot of power when I was sliding the car. Then I did a handbrake turn and it completely slowed down.
Turn right.
Surprised me, actually.
In 200 meters,
I take it nice and slowly now, looking for the barn. That's why I'm using the outside view. It's just a nice peripheral view, and it can show me if I'm passing the barn anywhere.
In 200 meters, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at
Look
your
at the upgrade
destination.
board while we're down here. It's just handy having those on the map. And now going back again. So yeah, I'll be interested to hear your opinions on all this. At the moment, you know, I think it's okay. I mean, I guess for me as a circuit racing fan, I'm much more into Forza 4 and the standard Forza franchise. And I do like an open world game when it's, you know, dare I say it, you know, there isn't any police cars, there isn't a real atmosphere to it of life. I've said that since the beginning, and I look forward to. I think the concept of Forza Horizon is brilliant. A lot of people complaining, you know, I think it's nice. You've got Forza, which is a standard motorsport game, and then you're going to have this, which is to cruise some of the cars in their natural environment. Fantastic. The handling is the most detailed there's been in an open world racing game of this type. So, you know, what more can you ask for? Let's take a look at the map. I've lost the barn. I can see it's there somewhere, so keep an eye out to the left. It's got to be around here somewhere, and we passed it on the map. So I'm going to turn around. I didn't actually see it on the bottom corner icon there. Of course I have now. So I'm going to go back. And should be some. Oh, there we are. There's the new barn find, ladies and gents. So I'll just say lady and gents watching this video. Mostly gents. And there we go. Barn find action. Fantastic. Another one.
Oh man, now
That's a barn find from heaven. This pretty lady is a Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Coupe, and I'm sure you'll agree, she is one of the most beautiful cars ever made. It's gonna be a real pleasure restoring her to her former glory. And when I'm finished, you will have one of the most collectible cars in the world.
Well, I have to say, it would take a miracle worker to turn that into a beautiful car. That is no doubt. I think what's incredible about that mechanic is he can turn around a car in a couple of days, can't he? Do everything on it, 6 months work, 1 day, no problem. If MacGyver was a mechanic, he'd be that mechanic. Of that, there's no doubt. So let's do a race.
Showcases? Try this event for size. Show us who's best, and you keep the car.
Okay then. So I've cut out the loading time just to get on with the race. And we're up against that big helicopter thing. Let's see how we get on. In a Corvette. So I've never done this. Don't know where the road's going. Don't know how the car handles, but we'll have a drive and see how we get on. Driving down here. So it's got the braking corners. And it's a muscle car, so you treat it as a muscle car. Gently on the power. Nice and progressive. Trying to keep the helicopter in sight. The helicopter's quick though, isn't it? It's speeding off away from me at the moment. And now my gear changes. I was changing when we hit give or take the 7 there, but it's difficult to know the RPM range of the car. Normally you'd have to test it a little bit to get the optimum gear change, so you won't have an optimum gear change here. I've never driven it. Closed up massively on the helicopter there when I was at high speed. Helicopter's very quick at these direction changes. Now through this tricky tunnel section. Never been able to get through that locking phase. You know, the wheels continue to lock when I hit the brakes, and that's with a small percentage of braking. And down the hill now. It's looking unlikely I'm going to win this. I'm seriously considering a restart just to do the first section a bit quicker. Wall bounce, a little bit of a wall ride there to get me around. Thought may as well. And we're coming up to the finish line, and we just about win it. That was a close one. Wow. I actually look at the times here now, just to see how close it was, and look at that. A couple of tenths. Very close. So pleased to get that win in the bag, because it's just another race I won't have to redo, and thankfully, because I'm recording this, not a major issue. So it's the Corvette. And I've got a new car for the garage. So having a look around and now deciding what am I going to do now. Let's see now. I'm all the way out here in the middle of nowhere. Let's do a race which is out this way. We've got one down here. Let's do this.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I do like the way it says that. As I've said before, nobody really cares, do they? You just turn around on the spot.
Turn left.
Now, if you had to pay to damage to your car, that would be a different thing entirely. Imagine we'd all have no money by now for all the crashes we've had. Taking it nice and measured now, being sensible.
In 400 meters, turn left.
Hey, you'll be pleased to know I finished work on that 300 SL. Come on over and collect her.
Already, the job is done. Fantastic. What a guy, look at that.
Turn around.
In 12 hours, he's managed to turn that around. Fantastic. Pretty much. I wish all mechanics were that thorough. Like a Formula 1 mechanic.
100 meters,
Job done.
turn right.
So I missed my turn off there and rather uneloquently turned around.
400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
The brake's looking up for me quite a lot.
You have arrived at your destination.
So now we're at our destination. And away we
Blue
go.
wristband events are going to be a big step up for you. Faster cars, tougher opponents. You've done well to get here, but this might be as far as you go this year.
So the pressure is on. Obviously the difficulty is going to increase. I can't really see how it can increase. It was so hard in those first few races on the top difficulty setting. I've turned it down to hard now just to make it more fun, honestly, because it just wasn't any fun before. A lot of the cars just weren't competitive. You need to know what cars are competitive, but not all cars are competitive on the insane difficulty. So let's jump in, have a race, see how we get on. Nice detail there, very fast and the furious feel.
Adrenaline is my drug of choice.
Adrenaline junkie. So over the next few days then I'm going to be racing here, you can see this, and over the next few days Need for Speed is coming up on the channel along with some Spy Hunter on the PSP, some WRC3 on the PSP and some Need for Speed on the PSP, what am I saying, Vita, and Spy Hunter on the Vita along with Need for Speed on the Vita and WRC on the Vita as well. So we've got all of that to come. And as ever, I'm still working towards saving up for a PC, a new gaming PC, that then I can show you all the new PC games, get back on my wheel and use that. You know what, that start was terrible. I got boxed in. The first two went away from me and I thought there's no way I'm going to close that up. Let's do a restart. I'm not having that. I've not raced this track before, but let's really focus on it now. No mucking about. Need to win this, be quite aggressive. Need to get this first corner right here. Give yourself a good drive on the exit, good placement. I'm on the inside. Not bad. Could have been done with being a bit quicker through that first turn, but I was on the inside. Flat out through here. Great views again. Nice undulation in the track. And quick through the direction change. Now I don't know where I'm going, so I'm using the map in the bottom corner to really show me the way. You're doing that a lot in this game just because of the type of game it is, really, in terms of not knowing the environments very well. And it does help with online as well, because some people they find a track that no one else has driven before and they just lurk on it so they can easily win the races. It's always been the way. Around this final corner, I've been a bit aggressive cutting through, but it has to be done. Leading the race. Now it's sometimes the case I'll make more mistakes on lap 2 than I do on lap 1. So down to second gear this time, just to see if I can get some improved acceleration. You see, you're always learning, you know, even when you're seeing this video. I mean, obviously it's my first go on this with this car on this course, so I'm learning what gears to take corners in, where it's gonna, you know, how hard I can brake, how early I can turn in, all these little things. You know, just if you keep doing them repetitively, you'll become a better player. And some of us learn quicker than others. I can go moderately quick from the off, but then I take a long time to really take it up a level if I was to do competitive play. And the top players in the world really do put in a lot of hours into their racing games, but ultimately once you can do it on one, you can then apply that technique to many games. So a bit wide around the final corner that time and lost a bit of speed, touched the wall, and that cost me. So now everybody's right behind me again. So now really focus on pulling away from them. Up the hill again. Over the crest. But I do like the circuit. I like the layout. I like the twists and turns, the flow of it. Really nice flowing circuit they've got here, and I like that. Now, what am I doing in my later videos? Well, I'm going to be exploring more of the game. I will get around to doing some online races when I can find some people to race with that aren't just going to bash me off or quit whenever they're losing, and look at some of the playground stuff, and I will paint something as well for a laugh. And of course you'll be getting all my feedback on the forum as well, which is why I tend to post back a lot of feedback and replies to community questions. That's the end of that race. That's fine. Got that one out of the way.
You just keep piling up the points. I'm liking this.
So how's it going?
So let's take a look at this new barn find. That was the wonder mechanic and what he's managed to achieve this time. Really is a fantastic car. Again, always great to see these car models recreated to such
I used to
detail.
want one of these so bad it hurt. But who wouldn't want this piece of Mercedes history? You treat it with total respect, okay?
It really is a great looking car, classic. We have the classic photo being taken there in the background. So look around inside the car. It's always got to be done whenever you get a new car. Love these interiors. The feeling of actually being in the car adds a lot. On a personal note, I do like the peripheral vision that's added from the bonnet cam. So just taking another look at Car Club. We popped in here quickly earlier, but I just wanted to look at the garage to see how that had expanded. I have to let these load up for a moment. I have a very poor connection. Right, so let's go through and see what we've got to muck about with. Loads of cars in there now appearing. Good to see. Saves me a lot of money, time and effort. What to drive? What to drive? There's so much goodness. To the Ferraris there that have different power. .599XX is always a fantastic car, but the Zonda is what catches my eye here, and I think, you know, I'm going to go for that Zonda. I think, yes, let's just test drive the Zonda. Now this is really for the rest of the video viewers that we don't really do much other than just drive it, see if we can go as fast as we can in it to reach a top speed. Listen to that engine. Wow, power. There is power in this car. Listen to that. Fantastic. Let's see where we want to go. We want to go on a straight road. Let's go down here first.
Turn around when it is safe.
That's not my actual destination. It's another road around the corner from that. But drive down in that direction. Taming the power. You've actually got to tame the power just to drive it normally. This car just wants to go. So I've gone into this lower bumper cam just because of the feeling of speed it offers. Is fantastic. So twitchy. Oh, I saw that coming. Listen to that engine, listen to the power, the raw power. So further on the way now, I want to cut to the straighter piece of road, and then we're going to go for it.
In 400 meters, keep right. Keep right.
And now we go for it.
In 400 meters, keep right.
Oh no, we have another corner to come. And then we're on to our nice long straight, big long straight, with some crazy driving just to finish off this video. And now time to put the pedal to the metal.
In 400 meters,
Let's go for it.
keep left.
Car's very twitchy at these speeds.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
And that's really irritating, that symbol. And we'll have to pause the game just a moment. There we go, just to get rid of that. Let's get rid of that for a second. That's it, and now we can just concentrate on driving.
Arrive at your destination.
Incredible speed. Getting off 200 miles per hour. 200 miles per hour. Get in. Look at that. Wow. Head-on collision. Just imagine that, 200 miles per hour. This car is awesome. It can take it. That was a tiny gap. We just about made it through. Come on. Make it. Oh, nearly. 198 again that time. Wow. So now I've turned around now and I'm going back the way I came. Let's just do it again. To see a new top speed we can manage. This is too much traffic at this time of day. Too many cars in this section. Where am I going? Okay. I thought he just stopped that car then. Just one of those stoppers. More speed. Really stepping on it. There's time of the day changes to night and the sun sets again. Making it difficult to see oncoming traffic. Where am I going? Oh my god, I've no idea. The road ended. And one last time at the end of this video, just to enjoy it. So I hope you've enjoyed this very brief look at Forza again. Do let me know if you'd like to see more and what you'd like to see in the videos as well, and give me your feedback on them. It's always appreciate that, as well as your experience of Forza so far. But that's it from me for now. As of